Greetings, boys and girls. It's Danny here, aka the Music Hermit, and today I want to talk to you about chords. More specifically, I'm going to show you an exercise that's going to make learning chords much quicker and easier for you. Let's check it out. Alright, so you might find when you're learning chords, one of the most common issues that I've seen with students over the years, and certainly an issue that I had in the beginning when I started playing, was that I would learn a chord, but I would either forget the chords after I've sort of played it a few times, or I would remember it, but I would be struggling to play it in a chord progression. There would be a massive delay between one chord and the next. Now, this is perfectly normal in the beginning. Let me stress that first. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's fine. It will take time. But hopefully, with what I'm going to show you, it's going to significantly decrease the amount of time that's going to take you to get to where you want to get. Okay? So let's check it out. It's a very simple exercise. I did not come up with it. My friend showed it to me about 10 years ago when we were in school. I don't know where he got it from. If anybody knows the originator of this exercise, happy to give credit where credit is due. Okay, so here's how it goes. Very simple, very basic, but it does work. Step number 1. Play the chord that you're working on by itself and make it sound as clean and as accurate as possible, and make sure you're using the best finger combination as well. Let's take basic chord that we all start out with, G major, right? First step, play that chord, strum, pick, doesn't matter. Does it sound clean? Does it sound clear? Am I using the best finger combination that I can? I would encourage you before doing this exercise to work as much as possible on getting that chord to sound good, but if it's still kind of getting there, maybe you can still start doing this exercise, but always focus also on improving the chord itself. So, for example, for G, okay, that sounds alright to me. If it sounds a bit, something's a bit choked off, I'm gonna try and fix that. If, something's off, okay, now I've fixed it. Step 2, take your hand off the fingerboard and take it away from the guitar a bit. Shake your hands off a bit, shake the tension away, right? Then, here's what we're gonna do. Hands back on the fretboard, and you want to try and play that chord again as quickly as possible, and ideally putting down all the fingers down as simultaneously as possible. So I would encourage you to try and just see it as a whole shape as opposed to, one by one by one by one. Now, in the beginning, this might be how you're able to do it. That's absolutely fine, but I want you to be working towards being able to just play the chord as a whole. All fingers down at the same time, right? So, hands off, back, play as quickly as you can. It's gonna be like a challenge, like a game for yourself, alright? Once you do that, apply the same principle from step 1. Does it sound good? Does it sound clear? Am I using the best type of finger combination that I can be using? Once the answer to that is yes, then, again, off. And you're just going to do the same thing. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing, ultimately till you can get to the point where you're doing this. It might look a bit funny, but who cares, okay? And this is ultimately what you want to aim for, where you're just playing the chord, the chord sounds good, you're placing all the fingers down at the same time, and you're able to take your hand off the fretboard, and from nothing, this is the key, out of nowhere, you can create the chord again quickly and cleanly. This is what you want to aim for, right? Now, why did I emphasize the out of nowhere part? Well, this is just my theory, right? I think it makes sense, but obviously I would. We all like to write our own reviews. The reason I think it works is simple. When you're playing a chord, even if it's in a chord progression, so you're going from D major to G major, for example, realistically, your brain still needs to construct the new chord and instruct your fingers on where to go. Out of nowhere, your brain's not thinking, oh, D major, and then we're going to sort of create a G major out of it. It's seeing a G major as kind of its own thing. That's how you need to see it, at least. Now, you can practice, obviously, and you would want to practice a chord progression in context, so going D major to G major, because you realize what sort of kind of intervallic skips you can do and things like that. But ultimately, you want to treat each chord as its own standalone unit. And this is going to help you to memorize that chord by itself for a longer time, and also to use it in better context in a chord progression, okay? Because this is realistically how it's going to be for the brain. Anyway, guys, that's really it. Very simple, very basic, but ultimately quite effective, and the results are what we're going after, okay? So I hope that helped. If it has, let me know in the comments if you're having any trouble with it, or if you found it helpful. Hit that like button, subscribe for more content. I've got loads more content coming up that will hopefully help you out as well. And thank you for watching. Until next time.